Craziest client story. Anonymous, of course. Okay, I'm gonna tell the story. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, your favorite lash tech here, Yemi D. I was gonna say Lash by Yemi, but that's also my name. So Yemi D. I'm gonna be answering a few questions from you guys, some juicy questions you guys had to ask about me, my business. You know, we like to share. So we're gonna go ahead and start answering some questions. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like lash tech videos. Make sure you also comment down more questions below and we can do a part 3. I think this is my 3rd time doing a questionnaire. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first question. Low-key, y'all, Elena's going through a little thunder rainstorm. So if you guys hear thunder in the background, that's what's up right now. And nothing's gonna stop me from making this video. So anyways, let's get started. Okay, so first question is, what's something people assume about me that's not true? I feel like one thing that's like on top of my head, because I feel like I get this like image of me a lot, like every day, but I feel like people think like I'm like this bougie girl, and I am not bougie at all. Like, I am very frugal with my money. I do not play about that. I am very frugal with my money. I actually like take a lot of time to actually think before I make any big purchases. Like, I don't splurge on things. Like, the only time you ever see me like splurge is on my birthday, because it's my birthday. I gotta celebrate my birthday. But I am not a bougie person. I feel like I'm very frugal and very like a penny pincher. I feel like I'm like a Mr. Krabs, or like Chris's dad from Everybody Hates Chris. Like that's me. Like, I'm very much like, is it worth it? Like what's the benefits? Like, I want to like make everything that I'm buying worth it. So I think that's one thing that people assume. Like, people assume that I'm bougie, and I'm not. I'm a humble girl. I'm a humble gal. Next question. How did I get into lashing, and what was my aha moment that made me take it seriously? I feel like I answer this question every single Q&A, but how did I get into lashes was I was working at Zara before I started doing lashes, and I was also going to school. I feel like low-key I was probably full-time working in Zara and full-time in school, or part-time in school. I don't remember. Anyways, so you know, as a college student, you have a lot of bills. I was paying for school, and then you know, I was also paying to go to work and all that. It's just like, it's only so much money you can make in Zara. I wasn't making that much money. My sister suggested that I should take a lashing class, and you know, just probably like, because I was also looking for like, you know, like a little side hustle. And I honestly like was really inspired by my sister. Like, she's an entrepreneur, but she sells hair, so I was really inspired in that. So she was like, oh, maybe you should do lashes. So she helped me pay for my lashing class, and then the pandemic happened, and then I had all the time to do lashes. And I feel like my aha moment that made me take it seriously is that I was literally making my paycheck that I was getting every 2 weeks in a day. So I'm just like, there's no way like Zara can call me back and be like, hey, it's time for you to clock back in. Like, no, there's no way. So I'm like, I know for a fact that I'm not coming back to Zara. So that was my aha moment. But my side hustle was making more money than my actual job. So yeah. Next question. What's a day in my life really like as a lash tech? I feel like my days can be different depending on the day and depending where my mindset is. Some days it's a smooth day for me. I just go to work, do lashes, and I just go home. Other days where I'm on my entrepreneurship mindset kind of days, it can be hectic. You know, I gotta start thinking of, I gotta start filming content, I gotta start posting about my brand, I gotta start being relatable, I gotta start reminding people that I sell lash products, reminding people that bookings is open, I gotta open my bookings, I got to plan my New York trip, I gotta open my bookings for my New York trip. So I feel like sometimes it can be hectic, but I've been trying to slowly just doing little steps day by day to make my day easier, like planning content, batching content, planning schedule posting. So I feel like some days it's chill, some days it can be crazy, and I feel like anybody who's an entrepreneur knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, so yeah, you know, some days I just want to clock in, I just want to do lashes, and some days I really have to like, okay, like I'm the one that's running this. I actually gotta think like, okay, like let's make some content, you know, let's start doing all that. So yeah, some days chill, some days I gotta be on my grind mode. Next question is, what has been the hardest part about being in the beauty industry? One of the hardest things for me is being my biggest critic. Sometimes I do not like my work. I want to change up my lash space, and also just being a self-employer. Next question is, if I wasn't a lash tech, what would I be doing? And I kind of honestly was thinking about this like a few months ago, but I honestly wanted to go into nursing school because I want to start doing like lip injections and stuff like that. I honestly, but if anyone has asked me like what if I wasn't a lash tech, what would I be doing? I would still be trying to build a business for myself because I honestly do like being my own boss. I like being a CEO. So if it wasn't me being a business owner in lashing, it would be a business owner in something else. Definitely, I'm happy that I am a CEO, and if I wasn't a CEO in lashing, I'll be a CEO somewhere else. Next question, how did I go from 0 clients to being fully booked? If you guys don't know, I have an ebook on how to honestly go from 0 clients to fully booked. I have done this in New York and I am doing it now in Atlanta, but a few tips I'm gonna give you guys on how to go from having 0 clients to being a fully booked lash tech. So 1, you need to be posting. No one's gonna know who you are if you are not posting and you're keeping yourself a secret. You need to put yourself out there. So post on Instagram consistently, post on TikTok consistently, Facebook. I was posting myself on Facebook Marketplace. I was doing all that when I moved here in Georgia. So definitely show yourself in social media. Everyone is scrolling on TikTok every single day. Everyone's on Instagram every single day. So you need to show up on their feed. So definitely be posting consistently is 1. 2, differentiate yourself from everybody else. Like, what could you offer that a lot of lash techs are not offering? That could be creating specialized sets, that could be having great retention, that can be offering bottom lashes. What makes you different from somebody else? What makes you stand out from other lash techs? So that's 2. And then 3, honestly, I feel like honestly a lot of people need to start working on their professionalism. Like, people need to start talking to their client like professionally. Just create a comfortable and a professional experience for your client, and they're gonna respect you and respect your business. So definitely number 3 is be really professional, and that's honestly how I become fully booked. If you guys want to know more and if you guys want to know tips, I would definitely leave my ebook down below so you guys can learn how to become fully booked. Next question, how do I deal with slow season or cancellation? So for slow season, I definitely try to take advantage of my slow seasons on updating my business. Like, do I need to update any emails? Do I need to update my booking sites? Do I need to update on like loyalty or thank you cards? And also very important, how I can update my client's experience. Like what else do I want to offer? Like, do I want to offer more snacks? Do I want to offer a coffee bar, a soft blanket? I basically try to like brainstorm on how I can make my service an even better service. So that's what I do with my slow seasons. And I also try to record that and make some content and basically show that, so that can also maybe help me get some bookings. And with cancellation, I personally don't experience having a lot of cancellations, and I feel like that's having policies aligned for that like you want to make sure you are having a deposit fee, because I feel like when lash techs have a deposit, they're gonna have less cancellation because, you know, they already had their clients already give them a certain amount of money, so that's gonna guarantee for them to show up to their appointments. So if you guys don't have a deposit fee, make sure you guys have that, and make sure you guys implement your cancellation policy. So I don't really experience, thank God, knock on wood, I don't really experience a lot of cancellations because I have policies that's gonna align with that. If they cancel, it's fine, because at the end of the day, I still made my deposit with them, or I still had last minute cancellation fees that I made from them. So yeah. Next question is, what's the best investment I made for my business? This is a really good question. One of my best investment was honestly moving into a suite. I feel like you can give more to your clients and give them a real luxury experience when you are in a suite versus in your house. Even back in New York when I was lashing at home in the beginning, the moment I moved into a suite, that's when I really started seeing my clientele growing, because a lot of people do not feel comfortable going into a home. So that's one big investment that I noticed, because even here as well, when I moved to Georgia, I was working from home, and then the moment I moved into a suite, I see my clientele starting to pick up. So I feel like that's one big investment that I invested in my business. I also invested into a mentorship course, and 10 out of freaking 10, I feel like that course definitely opened my mind into seeing things differently, to really seeing how I'm supposed to be marketing myself, supposed to be targeting myself to audience. I really recommend definitely continue to invest into your brand, into your business, because you don't know what you don't know, and it's best to invest into somebody who knows what they're talking about. So yeah, my mentorship and owning a suite was the two best investment I ever did for my business. And next question is, how do I balance being a lash tech, content creator, and having a life? So a lash tech, I work 6 days, that's regardless. I feel like content creation has really been like on a back burner for me, but I'm really trying to make sure I am up with my content creation. I'm making sure I'm posting on YouTube the best I can, so I try to vlog weekly. And then having a life, because I get off work at like 8 the latest, I'm able to like enjoy hanging out with my friends or hanging out with my boyfriends, like doing date nights and stuff. So I feel like sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard, but I try to focus on what's important for me. So I know sometimes it could be I'm really focusing on lashing, I'm not really focused on my content creation. But I honestly want to work on my scheduling and make myself a schedule so that way everything aligns. Every time I make myself a schedule, I don't follow through. Like I will tell myself, okay, Miriam, you're gonna do this one day, and then you're gonna be doing this at 9 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock you're gonna do this. And honestly, I'll wake up at 2 o'clock. So I want to do better with like just following a schedule. That way content creating and being a lash tech is way easier for me, but we'll see. Having a life, like hanging out with my friends and hanging out with my boyfriend, is easy because when I live with my boyfriend and I can hang out with my friends after work. I try to have a balance. Every day be different, to be honest. I don't really feel like I have a good healthy balance, but I try. Next question is, how did I build my lash brand / product? My baby. Yeah, I freaking love my lash brand. So the first product that I ever came out with was my trays. At the beginning of my lash career, I used to use pre-made fans because I honestly did not know how to make fans to save my life. So I had pre-made fans, but then I started to realize I was getting a little bit expensive and I needed to learn how to make my own fans. So then I ended up finding a vendor and I fell in love with their trays, and it was so easy for me to make fans. It was fanning like butter. My mega volume sets was French kiss. And then I ended up getting a lot of questions on my Instagram, like, where do you get your trays from? How do you get your sets so dark? How do you get your sets so full? So I'm like, okay, I should definitely come out with a lash brand and start selling my trays. So I got tons of questions about what trays I was using. I was using trays from my vendor. So then I started coming out with trays. So then with tweezers, I was using another brand tweezer, and I realized the more I ordered tweezers, I feel like they just start losing the value of quality. So I went to go source a vendor for some tweezers, and again fell in love. And one thing about me that I pride on my brand and on my tweezers is that I test out every single tweezer before I send them out. I want to make sure that whatever I'm selling, it fits. I want to make sure the sweet spots is good, it pulls right, it fans beautifully. So that's that. So that's how I came up with my tweezers line. And then I'm like, you know what, I got the tweezers, I got the trays, all I need is glue. So then again, I went to go find some glue. So that's basically how I build my lash business. And when it comes to selling a lash product, you definitely want to make sure you're promoting yourself. And it's so easy to have a lash brand when you are a lash tech yourself, because every single day you're doing lashes, every single day you can promote your brand. When people see something more than once, it's gonna influence them to buy your product. I've been selling products consistently for like 3 years now. I still have more to learn with that. I'm really happy for where my lash product is right now. So next question, tips on making consistent sales or staying booked even after moving. And just to touch on what I was saying earlier, with consistent sales, you want to consistently post about your brand. If Sally here is promoting her business every single day of the week and you're only posting yourself once a week, who do you think is gonna get more sales? Sally, because I see Sally more than I see you. So definitely you want to promote yourself every single day, no matter how big you are, no matter how big you get. You guys still see McDonald's ads, Burger King ads. These big brands, these big franchises are still promoting themselves every single day. And then also, not just posting anything and everything. You want to make sure that you are targeting your right audience. Whatever you're promoting, it makes sense. Make sure your post actually has value to them. You also want to make sure that your quality is good. You know, you're wiping on the camera, it looks good, everything looks clean. So I feel like that's a few tips. Oh, another really good one is problem solving. I feel like that's a really big one. If you can solve someone's problem, like for example, are you a lash tech having retention issues? Does your client come back every week with 0 lashes on their lashes? You need to switch out your glue. Try out this new Jackpot lash adhesive that will promise you 5 to 6 weeks retention. You know, something like that. If you're solving a problem for somebody else, that's a great way to sell to them. So keep that in mind. Next question is craziest client story. Anonymous, of course. Thank God my crazy client stories is not really crazy. I feel like sometimes I'll just have like just one weird client. So I'll share this with you guys. So one time I did this client's lashes and I feel like I'm very professional. I feel like I'm easy to talk to. I feel like I create a comfortable environment. Really sweet, nice girl. With every client, after I'm done with their service, I give them the mirror. I ask them if they want me to add anything, they want me to change anything. And she was kind of like a, I don't know, I'm gonna call my cousin and see if she likes them. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Like, let's see what she thinks about them. She's calling her cousin and she's also telling me her cousin's from New York, so she kind of got like that little, I guess, aggressive tone. I don't know why she told me she was from New York, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm from New York too, so I'm not gonna take anything she says seriously. Like, it's fine. I just want to know if you like your lashes. So her cousin was like, oh, they can be a little less full. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take a few of your lashes off. So I took a few of her lashes off and I showed her the mirror. She's like, oh, these are perfect. I'm like, okay, great. Send her out her merry way. So I don't know if it was the next day or the night of, but I honestly think it was the night of that she texted me and said, hey, like how she doesn't like her lashes. So I told her, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, you can come back tomorrow and I'll redo them for you. She's like, okay, thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. Next day comes, she comes into my house now. And honestly, I was looking at her eyes like, girl, what happened to all your lashes? And then she made this slick comment that like, she's like, yeah, I fell asleep crazy. And then when I woke up, all my lashes fell out, which is really abnormal for me. Like, I don't know. It was weird. Just saying that all her lashes fell out. She's like, how she probably thought her body knew that she didn't like her lashes and like took all her lashes off when she was sleeping. Some weird comment. I don't know. I didn't get it. Ended up removing whatever was left of her lashes and then I end up redoing it. So then again, I'm done with her lashes. I give her the mirror and I ask her if there anything you want me to add or change anything. Mind you, I'm not frustrated at all. Like, I generally want my clients to be happy. I don't ask that question to ask that question. I ask that question because I generally want to make sure, do you want me to add anything? Do you want me to change anything before you leave? Like, let's make sure you actually like this lashes. And for you to be here again the second time in my house, I want to make sure like everything is perfect. So she's like, no, this is perfect. Thank you so much. Mind you, also, the set that I'm doing on her again is a courtesy set, so she doesn't have to pay me anything. So she's like, thank you. What is your, I think she wanted to cash at me or something. She's like, what's your cash app? I want to give you a tip. I'm like, oh, no, girl, it's cool, it's cool. Like, I just want to make sure again that you love and like your lashes. So she leaves. So after her, I did another client's lashes. I finished doing my client's lashes and I was gonna hang out with my friend after that. So I went to go hang out with my friend. So then I'm driving to hang out with my friend and I got a text message from the girl. Writes me again and she tells me, hey, I actually don't like my lashes. Like, is it possible for me to come again tomorrow for you to redo them? And I'm just like, I'm like, girl, I asked you if you like your lashes. Like, you said you like them. And she was like, oh, I just didn't feel comfortable telling you no. So I write her and I was like basically letting her know that I'm not doing her lashes again for the third time, 3 days in a row. Like, you just came out of my house, you just tried to tip me, you just told me you like them. And I'm like, why? Like, I was so confused. I was genuinely confused and I was trying to understand, like, why didn't she feel comfortable telling me? Like, I'm generally asking you if you like them or not. Like, why are you lying to me instead of telling me the truth? Like, I would have been, like, honestly, if she would have like was there and told me, hey, actually I don't like my lashes, I would have removed them for her and give her a refund and send her out her merry way. But it was just a weird experience. And yeah, that was like the weirdest thing I ever had to deal with. Like, you didn't feel comfortable, but you feel comfortable to come to my house the third time. Like, that's weird. You're being weird. That's one of my craziest client stories. But like I said, I only have like really dramatic, crazy lash stories. Like, thank God all my clients are chill and normal. Anyways, next question is, what motivates me when I feel burnt out or unmotivated? One of the things that really motivates me is looking at my old work. Like, I like to scroll on my TikTok and just like really watch myself, and I'll just be like, wow, like wow, you're really doing the damn thing. Like, you're really moving into another state, got clients, you're really doing this, that, you're really eating bottom lashes, you're really selling products. Like, sometimes I really be motivated by myself. I also like to, like, you know, get my creative juices going. I like to look at other lash tech work or watch vlogs or see what someone else is doing. I feel like that also really motivates me. So continuing to like watch YouTube videos or follow other lash techs really helps me and keeps me motivated on what I'm doing. I'm gonna do one more question. What would I tell my younger self just starting out? One thing I would tell myself is just continue to just stay in your own lane. Don't worry what other people got going on. Try not to compare yourself from your day 1 to someone's day 5 years. You don't know how somebody got to where they got to, and just continue to just stay confident and stay grounded on who you are. That's one thing I'll tell myself, and don't do too much of this. Because I be doing too much. I'm a yapper. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below some few questions you got for me, and I will answer them in my next Q&A. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.